Welcome everybody back to the nest. It's been a couple days since my last video. Last night I was lurking around on a couple forums, just seeing what kind of bullshit be going on here and there, and ran across a thread. A guy said he wanted to use some HCG, and you know, he was asking some questions about it. So all the top guys of this particular forum, which I'll leave nameless for now, but you know, he wanted to use some HCG. Guy come up to him, one of the top guys, and said, you know, HCG is nothing but pregnant woman piss. Why the fuck would you want that? Why would you use that? And what good will it do in a man? That was followed up by another top guy who wanted to say, you know, the only people that want you to use HCG are the type of people who are selling it. So don't use it. And then right behind that, another top guy come and said, but you can use our HCG alternative, which is our house product. Why don't you give us your money and buy that? And when I see shit like that, it pisses me the fuck off, because if you've been on my channel long enough, you know that I'm all about the truth. No bullshit, no bias, no sales, no profit, no agenda. I just give you the facts on whatever the topic is. Today's topic is HCG, and I'm gonna give you some facts. What it does, what it's for, and if anybody gets mad, well, they can just suck a big fat dick. You know, technically, HCG, it is a female hormone, and but in the use of men, it's used for the treatment of hypogonadism and fertility treatment. But when you're on cycle, or you're getting ready to come off cycle in PCT or whatever, HCG is it's going to be it's going to restore the test production, because it mimics the LH, which is luteinizing hormone. It's going to mimic that LH, that luteinizing hormone that triggers the release of production of your test. So in other words, you're shut down. Your body knows it's shut down. Your pituitary gland in your brain is in control of all this shit, and you know, the HCG comes in there and it stimulates the LH to say, hey, go ahead and turn on. You know, I don't give a fuck that we're shut down and you're showing in your system that we got plenty of testosterone. I'm telling you to crank it back up and start making your own test again. And that's what it does. That's a FDA approved drug. It's also given, like I said earlier, for hypogonadism and fertility treatment. And you know, how do they make it? If you're interested in how they make it, I mean, it can be produced in the human placenta. It can also be extracted from urine of pregnant women, and it can also be made from cultures using genetically modified cells using recombinant DNA technology. That's how it's made in three different ways you can get it. Now, are there any alternatives for HCG? Is there any natural products you can get? Are there any prescription drugs out there that can also have this effect on your brain, the pituitary gland, the luteinizing hormone? The answer is no. There are no alternatives to HCG. If you're suffering from testicular atrophy, which means your nuts and shrunk up, and you're shut down, and these type of things, there are no alternatives. You either take HCG or you live with it. That's your choice. But nothing else is going to fix that. And just so you know, I'm going to throw this out here. This is a direct quote from the FDA. And you can find that by going to their website or Googling it yourself. Always research for yourself. Fuck what anybody from the internet tells you, or anybody from a bodybuilding forum tells you, unless you can go back and check it for yourself, learn for yourself, and make your own informed decisions. My channel is not for me to tell you what the fuck to do. My channel is to tell you what the answers are, but to encourage you to always research for yourself. Do not listen to me or take my advice on anything without doing your own homework, without researching for yourself, and then making an informed decision before you do anything to your body. I'm just simply a spokesperson to help get that information, to spark thought into your brain so you can make an informed decision for yourself. But anyway, I'm going to quote the FDA right here. And the FDA said on December 6th, 2011, make sure you listen, that they prohibited the sale of homeopathic, and the word homeopathic means alternative medicine. They prohibited the sale of homeopathic and over-the-counter HCG products and declared them fraudulent and illegal. And I'm just going to leave you with that. If any motherfuckers trying to sell you something or tell you there's an alternative, then they're just telling you a lie. And I don't know how to put that any plainer. It may piss some people off, you know, because there's people out there that sell products. They tell you that they're HCG alternatives, and they are not. They will give you a bunch of damn pseudoscience to show you that, oh, well, this ingredient combined with this ingredient has been shown to do this and do that. Well, Google it for yourself. Research it for yourself. The FDA says there's no such thing. I researched it myself. I couldn't find an alternative. The closest thing I could find to an alternative is that there is a drug called oxytocin, which was studied on lab mice, and they did find that it did stimulate the LH, but it has not made human trials. I don't even know what type of drug that is, but that was the only noteworthy thing I could find on it. But as far as anything else, any prescription drugs or any natural homeopathic alternative medication products, over-the-counter products, they are non-existent. If you want to use HCG, you need to use it between a dose of 500 and 1,000 IU every week. If you're in TRT, some doctors will prescribe it. If you go to an endo, they may prescribe that medication for you permanently. You may take it long term. A lot of people say HCG carries a lot of bad effects, side effects, and this and that and the other. Well, in reality, there's really no side effects to HCG. If you look up the HCG and you try to find any, if you try to find anything that says side effects, you just get your natural side effects list that you get with Tylenol or, you know, cough syrup, anything. I mean, it may cause fatigue, headaches, nausea, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's just like a very generic list of side effects. Remember that this is just a female hormone that you're putting in your body. Worst case scenario, your body just rejects it altogether. But in men, it seems to stimulate the LH, and that's what gives you your testosterone production back. In certain cases, some people say it mimics, some of the side effects mimics high estrogen. So you may get this high estrogen side effects, which are going to be, you know, sensitivity, fatigue, lethargy, you know, that type of little bullshit, maybe bloating, retaining a little water, that type of stuff. But when you look at the numbers, you draw the blood work, it's showing that your estrogen is fine. You just may be getting some ghost symptoms. But that's HCG for you. If there's any questions about it, you can put it right down here below in the comments, and I'll try to answer any questions you got it. But if you don't learn anything else to learn today, that there is no alternatives. You either use HCG or you don't. Me personally, I've never used HCG. Little things like, you know, testicular apatry, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I mean, shrunk nuts, I mean, just like Rich Piano said, I mean, it's the balls to dick ratio, baby. So there's really no need. But if you're looking to come off and do a PCT, restore yourself, HCG is probably going to be a needed product for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out 44's new channel, the 44 on Swole. Got a Facebook page, Nest Fitness is on Facebook and Instagram. And we'll catch y'all later.